Well, you're the boss, Olaf, so I guess we are going to start a little bit early. Just because I want to talk about Formula 1 and Practice 1 and Practice 2 from earlier today. But that is not quite yet. You'll have to wait a few more minutes. Hi guys, and welcome to the Karelia map, which is a Russian map, paid mod. There is information about it in the video description, and it's actually not that difficult to buy this map. Even though you have to go through some other channels than you're used to. You need to have a VK account, but you can actually buy it directly from VK, which means that you could use a credit card or things like that to pay for the map if you trust vk.com with your money. That is entirely up to you to decide. We have sound! Yeah, I double checked this time before I started. I'm sorry to hear that, Bengan. I'm truly sorry to hear that YouTube sucks more than ever regarding notifications. I'm truly sorry about that. But that is also one of the reasons why I start a little bit early. Just because in some cases people get these notifications after 5 to 10 minutes or so. Of course, it won't help if I start 2 hours before we're actually going to start, because I've had that myself, having notifications coming up hours after whatever. Really crazy, but that's just how it is. Sending out emails, Bang, and how about becoming a member of my Discord server and be there regularly? I spoke about it there in the general chats just 30 minutes ago. Other things we should talk about before we start, because we're still gonna wait another 7 minutes before I get this train on the road, so to speak. Check out the video description. Check out the live chat, the pinned comments. You'll find this t-shirt there, and of course if you click the link you'll also find this and a lot of other things, a lot of other merch in the not officially opened yet merch shop. I'm still working on adding products to it, but it's getting along and it should be ready before the end of this week. And I want to thank those of you who already bought products from the store. Really appreciate that. This is coffee, by the way, and it's getting cold. Let's talk Formula 1 before we start. I just have to get this out of my system. I'm so happy that Formula 1 season has actually started now. Practice 1 and Practice 2, I don't tell my boss about it. I watched both of them earlier today. And no surprise, really. Mercedes is, of course, first and second. Hamilton first, Bottas second, of course. But the other thing, Racing Point, they are looking so good this year. They might actually bring a real fight to not only Ferrari, but also to Red Bull, who were surprisingly bad today. I'm a little bit disappointed with them. I thought they was going to do much better than they actually turned out to do, but still have practice 3 tomorrow and then quali, of course, in the afternoon. Really looking forward to that. Verstappen's Binala, yeah. Darkness, that's very true. They have done the right thing. I think we're going to see a lot of this in the future, especially when the new rules will be applied. Not 2021 as originally planned, but 2022 instead. You're going to see a lot of teams buying as much as they can from Mercedes, or God help them, Ferrari, or Renault, God help them, perhaps even more. So yeah, we're going to see a lot of that in the future. It's great to have Racing Point doing it already. They are the team that has gone the longest, to the longest extent that they can, to buy as much as possible, and it's definitely paying off, at least right now. I mean, you had Sergio Perez coming in at 3rd today at practice 2. So Williams did a wombat. I didn't sell out, did I? Panda, I'm gonna talk to your mother. You are swearing. That's not a good thing. Your mother want to ban you from watching me because I swear, and now you're swearing. That's not good. Fred Scratchett, I think we're gonna need to ban him because apparently Fred doesn't like Formula One. Anyway, it's great to be here. It's great to be here with you guys, and I will stream tomorrow again. But of course, it's going to happen after 6. It's going to happen at 6 p.m. tomorrow as well, simply because I will not miss out on practice 3 and quali tomorrow. I need to see that, so 6 o'clock tomorrow as well. Worst thing is that Panda is probably going to blame me when his mother sees this. See him swearing on the chat. Oh, it's Wombat's fault, Ma. He has a bad, whatever it's called, on me. Influence. He's probably going to blame me. Karelia! Hi, honey. Look what I got. I have your truck there. Karelia, do you mind if I tell everyone what the description for this truck says a couple of versions back? Start the countdown, please. We're live, right? Yeah, we are. What do you mean, Raf? Say hi back to mom, Panda. So, the description for the truck now updated currently because I'm on 137. I'm using version 0.81 of this truck, which is the 4th of the 5 updates Kali have sent me so far. The 5th one, 0.82, is for 138, and since we're on 137, I'm using the 0.81 version. But that description says that the truck is currently private. Currently. There you go. And it is 6 p.m. So it's time for me to hang on. Oh God. To get rid of that coffee and pour some water instead. And oh, hang on. I really didn't think this setup through properly. Maybe I need to change some things back again. Anyway. I do like my coffee, I just don't like cold coffee. What is this countdown thing? The sparkling water is revolting. You want to see something that is really revolting? Me hauling this thing. Before we start, we need to find out where we are and where we're gonna haul. We're on the Karelia map. It's a 1-to-1 scale map, and disregard this part here. I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit. This is the Karelia map. It's a, well, you can use it as an add-on map if you like, but it is a 1-to-1 scale map, so it is in reality a standalone map, or in practicality a standalone map. It has a lot of cities, or actually a lot of city names, because these places aren't cities. I'm not even going to call them villages. They are just a house, perhaps, a small company, things like that. There are no real cities except for whatever this is and whatever this is. And as you can see, I drove all the way down here to whatever you pronounce that like, without actually hitting any of these so-called cities. Yeah. And it is a 1-to-1 scale map, so even though it isn't huge, it includes some 60 kilometers or something like that so far. On the 1-to-1 scale, it's still going to take you quite a did I say 60 kilometers? I should probably say 600 kilometers or something like that, because it took me quite a while to do this haul down here. Using a American truck here is perfectly fine. There is a lot of American trucks in Russia, so I'm good with that. We need to find out what we're gonna haul. Cargo, of course, because we have a owned trailer, or 6 of them. So probably we're gonna hit, yeah, we're gonna do that. So let's just take, I can't stand canned tuna. Chicken meat, yeah, I can do chicken meat instead. So let's pick that, and before we start, let's take a look at this part here, because this is the not the road to the Black Sea, it's the other one, beyond the Baltic Sea, it is included in a very strange way, because when you haul here now on this one, the time acts like if it was a 1-to-1 scale map. So it feels really strange hauling here. I don't know exactly how they did that. I didn't think that was possible even without doing things with warp and things like that, setting warp to 0.01, 0.05 perhaps, something like that. I don't know exactly how they did it, but anyway, the game will act like if this was a 1-to-1 scale map, or time will at least act like it's on the 1-to-1 scale. through that, Thanos, oh god, I'm hauling chicken, which is kind of a duck. I'm gonna do it anyway. I have Ducky up front today, so he's not inside the truck. Let's have a quick look at Ducky, by the way. See how he's doing. Hi, Ducky. Are you trying to ignore me today as well? Hi. There we go. Hi, Ducky. For those of you who haven't seen this truck, it's incredible. Thank you so much, Kittybitz, aka Karelia, for making this. This isn't a skin, guys. This is blender work. So you have my name here, and you have the wombat up here, and you have Ducky up front, of course. Small things like that. Let's see, how's this? Looking good, doesn't it? Let's see where we should be. 2 kilometers to go. Okay, 3 minutes. Let's get started. I'm using the MP10, by the way. Whoa, wrong button. I'm using the MP10, Karelia. Trust me, it's not going to be too bad hauling this thing on the Karelia map, but when we get on to the SES map, it's going to be a little bit more challenging than it is right now. If you could get better quality of me, I'm not really sure what you mean. Oh, yeah, Liam, I just need to buy a new webcam, an HD cam. And until that happens, no, you can't get better quality, Wombat. I'm not really sure exactly how heavy this thing will be when we get started with the chicken on board, but I can tell you it's already quite heavy. I've been trying to get a new webcam for several months now, and it is bloody impossible. It is absolutely impossible to get your hands on one. There's 42 new webcams, HD webcams, coming to Sweden on the 9th of July. 42 for the entire population of Sweden. They're already sold. So, yeah. But I will get a new webcam, and I will get an HD cam ASAP. Very true, Liam. Ducky adds 100 horses. Let's see. This is where we pick up our cargo. That's true, Golden. I don't. Using an actual camera, yeah, I guess I could do that. It's quite expensive. Let me just think here now, because I can't do two things at the same time. There we go. Picking up the cargo first. Is what I need to do. And let's have a look, see where it is. Yeah, that's not going to work for sure. I'm using a no damage mod because, well, it's impossible to do a road train properly. You will have crashes like here now. Look at this. This is, yeah, there we go. We're stuck and absolutely horrible. So there is that. Let's bring it down here perhaps. Like that possibly. See if that works. Whoa. Close enough. Close enough. Yeah, I could use a webcam. Sorry, a camera, but it's rather expensive. So I'm not. I could use a phone, but that is going to bring me a ton of different problems. Especially now that I'm using the... Hang on. Especially now that I'm using the only two... Oh, we're stuck anyway. The only two phones I actually have, the spare phones I have for other things. But for sure, GoPro might work. Thank you for sure. GoPro would work. Costs about 3-4 times as much as a webcam does, but yeah. That will definitely work. I have kind of plans of buying a GoPro anyway, so I might actually go for that if the problem isn't solved soon, but to be honest, I can't really afford it right now. I'm saving up for an 4K monitor, which is going to set me back about 800 euros or so. So I need to save up for that first. No, I'm not using a sound mod for the truck. It's just the truck. Let's see if we can get this beast out of here. Looks good so far. Sort of made it. Holy mother, I haven't done this in a while. Oh, I love doing road trains. Yes, bang on. 1080. I do have a 720 now. It's an horrible Logitech C525. That is what I have now. And as you can see, the quality isn't good. 720, 30 FPS. It won't do. Let's see how heavy this thing is. Well, okay, it says 16 tons, which isn't true. Each trailer would probably weigh in at 5-6 tons or something like that. Let's call it 5 tons. So that is 30 tons just for the trailers, and then you have another 16 tons of actual cargo. So 46 tons. And then you have the huge number of wheels, which is actually, I think, what is making it feel more heavy than anything else we have on board. Train Geek, I'm kinda into rail trains as well, but I do prefer road trains. Conbox, I do see you now. But there is a lot of comments. I can't read all of them, especially today. I'm going to spend a lot of time looking into the mirrors just to make sure that I have the trailer where I want it to be. I'm not ignoring you on purpose, Conbox. I really am not. And I haven't been on this particular part of the Karelia map yet. So as you could see when we took a look at the map. And there are some parts here where the road is actually, looks like we have one of them coming up here now, where the road is pretty bad. The tarmac itself is fine, but look at the car there. You need to slow down for these, even more than I did. Ah, this looks stupid. Drive to toll booths shouldn't be a problem, do you, Miner? It shouldn't be a problem. It could be a problem in the past, but I think these days they've solved that so that they won't actually close the toll booths until all of your trailers have been through them. Imagine this in real life, Nexurium. Just go to Australia, sort of. Hela havet stormar. It kind of looked like it. But truth be told, hauling on this part of the map, the road itself isn't that hard because it's fairly open. It's basically just one road, so you don't have a lot of hairpins here, if any. Thanos, the Baobab tree-hole squirrel did, was that the one where he got stuck in the toll booth? Or was that when he was using one of his quad trailer road trains? Oh, shit! That nearly killed me. Wow. That was a little too close for comfort. I could have died. What a horrible way to end the entire stream. I would be fine dying if it was my last stream ever, but I didn't plan on this being my last stream. Cheers, guys. Ooh. Oh, it doesn't get much closer than that. Cyberman, how well does American trucks work in Rust Mountain Southern region? Just like any other truck, there's really no difference. It's not like American trucks have a unique physics settings. Some trucks do, but it isn't necessarily because they are American. And you would probably have to use a map like with a lot worse roads than Southern region has before you need to use one of the Russian off-road trucks. Oh, I wish these existed here in the Nordics IRL. Imagine trying to passing one of these. Yeah, August 9, guys. I assume all of you know which date that is. It's the day of the biggest, baddest convoy in the history of ETS2, where we're gonna haul for literally 12 hours. Those of you who want to be there the entire day. There is a link to all of that in the video description. If you haven't signed up yet, sign up now. We have some 130 people who have said that they will be there for parts of, or perhaps even the entire convoy. And of course, you can sign up even if you only will participate for 1 or 2 stints. We have in total 5 stints that we're gonna haul on the 9th. We're starting in Iceland, hauling all the way down to the Middle East, and it will be on ProMods 246. So ETS2 137 and ProMods 246, regardless of whatever version is the latest available from SCS. There's a lot of talk about the Argentinian-Chile death road map here. I'm not going to try to do a road train on that map. There is absolutely no point in doing that. If you want to see me trying to do a road train on crazy roads like that, go back to my Australia map road train video where I was forced to haul on some of the hidden roads, which are, well, kind of reminds you of the Death Road map anyway. And it didn't work. Spoiler alert. come on. We're actually doing 60 kilometers an hour, but it doesn't feel like it. Yeah, Liam, I spent about 10 hours in the map editor trying to make a map, and I failed horribly. I gave up on it too. I'm also gonna leave that to the pros. When your truck literally lands on your head, I don't think you're on TMP if the truck actually lands on your head. The engine we're using is the Australian MP10 with 600 horses. The sweet spot is between 1000 and 1500 RPM. It certainly doesn't feel like it right now. The truck is really working hard, or the engine is. But other than that, I love it, the MP10 Karelia. And with this train here, it's no wonder why it's struggling so much. Any truck would. I'm kind of tempted using this truck to haul the 400 ton bonkers trailer on ATS. Using the MP10, of course, without modifying it in any way. I think that's actually possible. Yeah, the MP10 is discontinued from the US market, but it's still available in the Australian market. Try hauling caravans, Nexarium? In a car? No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. The trailers are the standard HCT trailers, and then I'm using a mod. There's a link to that mod in the video description. So that I'm able to add 6 of them instead of just 2. You're not happy with my FOV settings, Bengan? You've got to be kidding me. I mean, I couldn't do better FOV settings than this. Boeing 737 body, how heavy is that? It can't be that heavy, to be honest. Isn't that just like 30 tons or something? Stream the original Euro Truck Simulator? No, I'm not going to do that either. I'm not going to go back. I never look back, and that is probably because I'm always trying to stay on the latest possible version and never get nostalgic when a mod loses compatibility with the latest version of the game. You just have to get used to that. Otherwise you're going to end up using, as some people actually do, 134, and they're going to stay there forever. Because their favorite mod was discontinued and they aren't willing to let that one go, so they're staying on 134 or whatever indefinitely. I wouldn't do that. So I'm not nostalgic in that way. Oh, you just want to know what settings I'm using? Let's see, 45 degrees with the chair admittingly set in the middle there. But I can't do much better than that, Bengan. Crazy Mango, yeah, I mean 30 tons, that's not heavy. Give me 300 tons. Yeah, Bengan is a little bit upset with, or not upset, obsessed with FOV settings, because someone who works for SCS said something about it. A 1 degree view. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with the settings, although Karelian know why I'm using the original mirrors, because I'm using versions 0.81 of the truck. So I just wish the mirrors were a little bit more forward. But it's the original mirrors I'm using, so. You're leaving, Abhishek. Sorry to hear that, but thank you for being here. I don't think we were talking about a fully fueled 777, Thanos. The wings would be a problem, and therefore also the fuel. But that's more of a problem with the width of the thing, not the weight of it. Let's see. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I gotta say, if this is even close to how a road train works in real life, probably not, but anyway, it isn't that difficult. Except for in cities, road trains like this could definitely work, at least in these parts of Russia. Nemesis, you'll find links to everything you can find links to in the video description, including information about this truck that says you can't have it. It's currently private. But with emphasis on currently private, it might not be private forever. Thailand. I didn't forget Ducky. It's bloody impossible to forget Ducky when you're using this truck, because Ducky is right there in front of you. Oh, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Or the tarmac just looks bad. It actually isn't that bad. There we go. Doing an epic 50 kilometers an hour. Should be able to get this one up to 70 at least. Since when do I have a beard? Viking William. Of course I want to have a beard. especially with guests like Viking or William. I have a beard since I stopped shaving in March, for the last 3 months or so, anyway. And I won't shave again until I get back to work. So the beard stays for another at least 2 months. Even though I'm actually going to the barber on Tuesday to trim it down a bit. Not much, but some. I just have to. It's getting too long now. I look like your dad, Viking William. Is that a good thing? I don't think so. Probably not. I'm betting your dad is old, which I'm not. Well, Huck, there's always someone who doesn't like me. It was refreshing starting this stream, at least, without any dislikes. We've had a lot of that. One dislike hours before we even start. I didn't wear glasses in my first stream, Raf. Maybe I didn't. But I'm telling you, since I started wearing glasses, my sight has gotten really bad. So these glasses that I'm wearing now is much stronger than the ones I used in the first streams. Oh, come on! Well, I don't really care about dislikes. I mean, it doesn't affect me in any way. I think it annoys you more than it annoys me. Olaf, 4 trailer chickens? This is 6 trailers, dude. It's a hexa trailer. I'm not doing 4 trailers, that's for noobs. You gotta do 6 of them, or 8, or don't bother. Just leave the disliker alone, will ya? Oh, come on, truck, we're doing 30 kilometers an hour. And I am flooring it. That is very true, Beng, and I would care if I had more dislikes than I have likes. I think I have one video with like 100 dislikes. But that is a video with some 2,000 likes or something like that, and 130,000 views. So it's not that bad, but the first time I saw that number, it was like, holy. And there's no wonder why that video gets a lot of dislikes these days, because it's a map combo video that I did for 130 or 131, and people are still trying to make that work on 137. So of course they're gonna think I suck, and then my combos are absolutely horrible. Which is very true if you try to make one of my combos made for 130 to work on 137. But I mean, as long as that was a map combo for just 130, and as long as 130 was the latest version of the game, it didn't really get any dislikes. Those came later. And I do from time to time see comments about the links not working. I'm not surprised the links doesn't work. The economy of this hall doesn't add up. Karelia, are you saying that the 6 trailers, I estimated them to be like just 5 tons each. Are you saying that they are more like 12 tons each, these trailers? Oh, great. Thanks, guys. Now I have 3 dislikes. Thailand, brilliant thinking there. Turn your phone upside down and hit the like button. Jonathan, you're not ignored. I see 1 comment from you and 1 at the very top there, and that's all. And there wasn't a question in the first one that I can see, which is the second to last one here, so. Nemesis, this engine do not have a turbo. No, I don't think so. Oh, it's Karelia. I think it's naturally aspirated. Hi, Asta. Here it is in all its glory. I don't know exactly how long the entire thing is, but 110 meters in total, probably, including the truck. I wish there was a Octo trailer mod out there. I'd totally do that. There is one for ATS, but that only allows you to use these much shorter trailers, so it's still not as long as this one is, unfortunately. I'm not gonna care about how many dislikes we have. Oh, so we do have turbos. Well, learning something new every time. Whoa, dude! Seriously? Some people. Gage, when will the next map combo update for ATS 138 beta be released? I released one just 2 days ago. I will update it once there is something significant to add to it. Which basically means that we need to wait for the Mexican maps to be updated. Regarding the other than that, the Midwest expansion will not be updated for the beta version. Jason Meister himself says that he won't do it for the beta, and I kind of understand him. It's better for him to wait for the final version. Each trailer is 11 meters long. Cliff, these are the HCT trailers, so these are what now? 18 meters? Is it? I can't remember, but they are longer than 11 meters in any way. You can't have 5 axles on 6 axles even on 11 meters of trailer. Gauge, yeah, that's correct. It's been updated for 137 TMP, but I do expect problems actually, because I'm afraid the game itself will be updated for 138 before we go live with the convoy, which means that many of us will have to downgrade. There is no way we will be able to do the convoy on 138 because, well, ETS first have to release it, final version, and then TMP will have to implement it, and ProMods has to update, and that always takes some time, and then it's probably going to take even longer for TMP to add ProMods 2.50 or whatever to 138, so it's definitely going to happen on 137. I think I saw something like that a year ago, Liam. Adaptive cruise control. I think I saw someone who had a proof of concept for that. Don't know what happened with it, but it could be that it's possible to make it. But that would take away a lot of the fun, wouldn't it? I mean, the risk of having accidents significantly lower if you have adaptive cruise control. Yeah, I'm not going to use an automatic because that's boring. I'm actually using cruise control right now, but that is just because I need to rest my foot a little bit. Nemesis, no one knows when 138 officially is coming out. Could be in July, more probably early August. Could even be September, who knows? I actually hate accidents. It's just that I've come to a point where I feel that I have to fake that I like them because they happen quite frequently. Yes, realistic. Hang on a second. I'm just gonna get up there, and here it is. 6 trailers. and one really badass Mack Anthem by Kittybitz. The trailer skin is, by the way, made by Alex 1937. Sorry, 37. 73. Hi, driver 1956. The weight, apparently, trucker, frankly, according to Karelian, we're closer to 70 tons. I'm still gonna say that the 36, the 40 axles we have here are the main problem, more than the 70 tons of whatever it is, because it feels just as heavy without the cargo. You were joking, Karelian? So maybe we only have 40 tons or something, but it do feel way more heavy than it should, and that's again probably because of the 40 axles. No, only 16 tons of chicken exterior. The cargo weighs nothing compared to the trailers. Yeah, the roll resistance, indeed. Which I like, because that makes it difficult to keep the truck up to speed. God, I love road trains. What's not to like about them? Definitely makes you feel like the king of the road. I've used right-hand steering in many videos next to room, not many, but some videos at least. Project Japan, always right-hand steering. Oh, here we go again, some wiggling. Let's do some wiggling. Oh, looks amazing. Oh. No, we cannot do this at 100 miles per hour. It is Wombat approved, yeah, the road, but to be completely honest, I'm not gonna do a video on this map. At least not yet, maybe in the future, but it feels like there's just not enough interesting things here, and I'm a little bit confused about the Baltic Sea part of the map. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna make of that. It feels like they well, maybe they didn't steal it, but as I understand it, it is not required to have the Baltic Sea DLC for this map combo to work, and yet you have the Baltic Sea there. Now I haven't tested what's going to happen if I simply remove the Baltic Sea, but it somehow feels that it's still gonna be there if I remove it. So, but maybe in the future, because these roads, even though it's just 2 roads onto the Baltic Sea, are quite alright. They're not super amazing, but it looks okay. They're not very difficult to haul on, but you gotta keep your eyes open. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear there are so many Renaults in the UK. Thankfully we don't have a lot of them here in Sweden. I'm glad you clarified, Cyberman. That probably has something to do with the fact that you don't see any Renault trucks. I think 70% of all the trucks I see here in Stockholm are Scania trucks. Then you have another 10-15% Volvos, and the remaining 15-20% are mainly Mercs, some Ivecos, an occasional MAN. Can't really say I've ever seen a Renault. Oh no! Did someone leak the Harsh Siberia paid map? Oops. Thank you, Karelian. They are actually 10 tons each, these trailers. So that makes this a 76-ton road train then. Huh. I wonder how these trailers can weigh 10 tons each. Are they filled with lead even before you add cargo to it? Well, even though Volkswagen bought Scania, it's still a Swedish company just like Volvo. I'm gonna talk pies again, Karelian. You owe me one. It's not the other way around. Oh. Let's have a look at the map, see where we are. I wonder how far... Oh! We've actually made it in around 1 hour. We made this. That's not too bad, which means it's going to take us another hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours to get all the way down to Turku. Not too bad. You forgive, but you never forget. Well, that's more than I can say about some women. Some of them, none of you ever forget. Unfortunately, some of you also never forgive. Thanos, stop talking about the Titan RTX. It's a horrible, horrible graphics card. For very good reasons you have to leave in an hour and 10 minutes, Huck. I'm very happy for you. Congratulations. Yeah, and the rest of the hall will still be here when you come back home, Huck. Turku could be an extinct bird. Okay. Well, it depends on your eyesight, Thanos. If your eyesight's good, well, otherwise the graphics won't be great, but if you have eyes like me, the graphics would actually be pretty bad. For those of you who do not know, because this is probably not a secret, Huck is leaving in an hour and 10 minutes for his graduation. He has his graduation today. So you should all congratulate Huck right now. He certainly deserves it. What is what next to me? Is there anything next to me? Oh, you've probably seen a part of my microphone arm. Maybe if I put it down there instead, it's not so obvious perhaps. Oh, you saw a ghost, Thanos. Well, that's probably just the house ghosts. We had an old serial killer who hanged himself. Yeah, so it's probably just a ghost of him. Nothing to worry about. Crazy Mango, you know what? I'm gonna confess. I hadn't actually seen that white dot on the steering wheel until you mentioned it. Karelia must have added it. Bit of a vertex merge fail in Blender. Well, perfect fail. Oh, that's right. I have traffic set to 3, so we will have 3 trains probably. While we're waiting for the trains to get past, check out the merch shop and buy yourselves one of these. These are waterproof coffee cups. Highly recommend them. Best coffee mug I ever bought. And Perid is here. Welcome, Perid. You think it looks... it kind of looks like the Tokyo Tower. It actually do. That is a slow train, is all I'm going to say about it. But let's ask the experts. Perid, what train is this? Worst thing is he knows exactly what train it is. M62. Of course it is. Or V220. Waterproof except on the top, that's correct. We have one more train coming in, another M62 I'd say. Could be a V220 as well, I'm not really sure. I'm not an expert. Now, why does it stop there? Because we have another one coming from this direction. That still doesn't explain why it has to stop, but... It is probably a train, yeah. We could also disable traffic completely for a second. Well, now it starts moving. About time. But it's very, very slow. Only train I recognize is the X2000. That's the only train I can recognize. My train looks better than the M62 or the V220 or whatever it's called. Way better. You know what? I might actually cheat here and set traffic to 0. Because I have a feeling we otherwise would have to wait for another 2 trains. Yeah, there we have another. You know what? What do you say? Just teleport? No, I'm not going to teleport. I'm just going to set traffic to 0. And, oops. Just give me a second here. Let me get past that and then set the traffic back to 3 again. Hi, runner, and Ijaman66, and everyone else who just joined. If you're enjoying the stream, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, god damn it! And check out my merch shop. My favorite ATS train. I don't have one, Raf, because I have no idea what they're named. You got things to do, Panda? Well, thank you for being here, buddy. Say hi to Mom from me. Crazy Mango, you're not the only one. I really enjoyed the practice 1 and 2 today. Oh, it was just fantastic. Finally doing a race. Or at least practice for one. Really looking forward to the quali tomorrow and see how well Racing Point actually stacks up against the other teams. I think they might do pretty well this year. For doing 100, I don't think we've been able to reach 100 yet. Oh, they just did that. Well, I'm glad Red Bull did it today and that they didn't wait until Sunday. I'm not surprised they did, but I will be surprised if they win. I mean, the DOS system, it's something that Mercedes has been pretty open about, and I don't think Mercedes would be open about it unless they knew that they would get away with it. Increased traffic, Aaron. I've set it to 3. So we should have plenty of traffic coming in. I do prefer the silver Mercs as well. It's kind of strange that they're black now. I kind of miss the silver arrows. I'm pretty sure they will be back at some point. Maybe next year already. Or 2022 when we have the new rules applied. I do have a ducky, Liam. It's sitting in front of my truck this time. Timu, welcome. I'm doing fantastic, buddy. How are you doing? Why would I press Alt F4? Well, Raf isn't the only one who has suggested Alt F4. Some people think that others do not know what Alt F4 does. Hero, welcome. And welcome to everyone else who's just joined. Ferrari did better today than I thought they would. I mean, they even did better than Red Bull. I'm a bit disappointed with Red Bull. I thought they were going to do much, much better than they did. So, but it's great to see Vettel actually doing something good. He did better than Leclerc today, so good for him in his final year with Ferrari. Truck centipedes in theaters now. Well, we can't even see the entire train. Now we can see the entire train. I actually think Red Bull gave it everything they had today. I don't think they are holding back, to be honest. But let's see what happens tomorrow. We will know tomorrow after quali if anyone was holding back. It's not 180 tons, this thing, it's only 76 in total. Plus the truck, of course, so that's another, I don't know, 10 tons perhaps. Hi Fred, runner. I do like the odd cargo setup. I mean, you don't come watching my streams to see me haul one trailer unless I'm using a very odd truck. There's no fun in that. And besides, I think I've been talking about doing a road train again for the last 3, 4, 5 months. So it was about time I did it now. Hopefully there will be some new bonkers trailer mods by Ben Afandi soon. As soon as there are, I will do a live stream using whatever it is. Yeah, okay, so we were talking about that earlier. Yeah, 131 map combo has about 130,000 views or something, and 1,000 dislikes or something. Ace Driver, you were not notified that F1 started. I've known exactly when it's going to start for the last 2 months. Are you saying that you forgot about it? Who won? Well, practice 2 was won by Hamilton, of course, with Bottas coming in second, and actually Perez coming in third. Shouldn't be a surprise that Racing Point were gonna do good this year, but they did very, very, very good. And I think Vettel came in fourth. Leclerc was like 6, 7, something like that. So he didn't perform well. Red Bull was sort of a disaster, really. With they were way down there. So yeah, that was kind of surprising. But it was really, really interesting to watch both practice 1 and 2. And don't miss out tomorrow. They're going to start at, I think it's 11 a.m. Central European summertime. So do not miss out on that. Maybe he was even 9th I can't remember. But he was definitely way down there. He might even have been beaten by Verstappen. Jeju Island, Thanos. How difficult can it possibly be? That's a nice view, isn't it? Look at that beautiful truck with Ducky in front. Yeah, you better not miss it, Ace Driver. We have quali tomorrow. You can't miss quali. Can I say my intro, Gage? Broom? Broom broom? What do you mean? Well, excellent, Crazy Mango. Tell your parents they're very good parents, allowing you to buy an F1 subscription. You definitely need that. Good call by your parents. Thanos, of course I can say that. I'm not gonna bother with it though. So Verstappen was 8, even. That's horrible. That's really horrible. Runner, we're on the Karelia map, Republic of Karelia. There's a link to it in the video description. It's a paid mod. And it's going to set you back about around 300 ruble. I don't know exactly what that is in euros. It's not a lot. Yeah, true, he did better in FP1, but I mean, that doesn't count. Everyone gets better in FP2 and do better in FP2 than they do in FP1. So I think him doing much better in FP1 says more about the other teams than it says about his car. Hang on. Let me know if you can hear a squeaking noise, because I can hear it from time to time, and I am a little bit afraid that it's coming from my steering wheel. I certainly hope it's not coming from my steering wheel. I do hope it's coming from my brain. Because I really don't want my steering wheel to give up on me. It costs 700, yeah, but it's they have a discount right now, so you can buy the map for 300 ruble right now. And it's been like that for a while. But the original price, yes, that is 700 ruble. It's coming from my neighbor's bed. I doubt it. My neighbors are like 90 years old, literally. Which didn't stop Ecclestone from becoming a father again today, and he turned 90. recently, so it could happen, of course. Thank you, GMon66. I'm doing whatever I can. That's a beautiful car. Let's see, have a look at the map again, and we are now officially over there or something like that. We are on the why do I want to say Black Sea? It's not the Black Sea, stupid. The other one. Map. Bernie's 89? I thought he had turned 90. In any case, he's very old. And his wife is 44. Baltics! Thank you, Olaf. Jesus. Being on the Baltic DLC means that hauling here will be much more difficult than it's been so far, and the progress will therefore also be much slower than it's been so far. So I expect it's going to take us another at least 1.5 hours to do just this last 1/3 of the entire haul. My CPU utilization, Thanos, what kind of a question is that? 1.1% it says over here. So not much. I know, Karelian, I'm old. Please don't ask me what my name is. I can't remember right now. Yeah, I know the problem, Ace Driver. It's the same for everyone who uses IR. Yeah, that's what I said in the beginning there, Bengan. You won't see me do any videos on this map anytime soon. But check the clock and you'll see that it's acting like 1-to-1 scale. On the regular version of this map, you would see that the minutes are going up every 3 seconds. Here it's literally gonna take 60 seconds. A lot of things is not my name, Liam. And again, I'm not really sure how they did that. How they made the Baltic DLC work like a 1-to-1 scale. No, you just wait, stop. God, stop. Jesus, dude. I need that space. Thank you very much. Phew, close. Take a picture of that pole. I made it. I'm a pole dancer. What can I say? They did more than just add... Well, yeah, include it. You mean as in the map? Yeah, I think they did. Again, I haven't tested what happens if you don't have the Baltic DLC. At some point I might exclude it and see what happens with this map. Now let's see what happens. I'm gonna go through slowly. No problem whatsoever. This is why I like road trains. This is why I like road trains. They are challenging and fun. And I wish I could do it every time. But I guess that would bore you if I did. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Ace Driver. Thing is that it hasn't always been like that. When they were introduced, I think it was just open for a few seconds, or if it was open for as long as it would take to get past it with one trailer, a standard trailer. But these days, it's not so dramatic anymore. Runner, I'm not calling this torture. This is fun. This is proper fun. The only thing I don't like about doing road trains is that I have to spend more time looking at the actual screen where things happens than up on the chat. So I'm not going to ignore you on purpose, but from time to time it might feel like I am. It's just that I need to keep an eye on the roads here. I'm that much of a macho man that I call torture fun. Yeah, I have no idea how this rescale works. But it's quite interesting hauling on the Baltic Sea in sort of a one-to-one scale. Dutch Trucker, welcome. I'm doing fantastic, buddy. Here's the trailer, or trailers. There are 6 of them. Yeah, it is fun doing this. And it is kind of interesting hauling on the Baltic DLC on the one-to-one scale. I'm not going to lie about it. Take care, Crazy Mango, and thank you for being there. And see you tomorrow when we are going to hold on ATS and Great America. Well, one could argue I'm difficult to entertain because I prefer either 400 tons or 6 trailers behind me or something like that, or something extremely wide or extremely heavy. I like that. I'm gonna get bored by hauling some of the trailers you see going past us here. All of these are boring. All of them are boring. Tomorrow period we're gonna start at 6 again. Can't do it any earlier than 6 because I need to watch practice 3 and quali, of course. So no earlier than 6 o'clock, but we will start at 6. Tommy, I will definitely recommend American Truck Simulator, yes. But just as with ETS2, you're gonna need all the map DLCs. Otherwise, at least from my perspective, it's gonna be quite boring. As you go into Germany tomorrow. Perry, why aren't you in Austria right now? You could have a fantastic weekend in Austria. I'm just saying. Go to the Red Bull Ring and enjoy probably the... Oh, that's right, you can't go there because there's no one there watching the neither the practices or the race even on Sunday. There is no audience. That's another thing about today. I didn't really notice that there was no one watching today on site. I'm gonna pour some more water while driving. Do not do this at home. There we go. That's right, no public allowed. But honestly, I don't think I'll miss that tomorrow or on Sunday even. I definitely didn't miss the audience today. You did, Huck? Lucky you. I've actually never been to a Formula 1 race live on site. I've never done that. I've come close a couple of times, but it's on my bucket list. I don't know, Liam. I'm not entirely sure I understand the question. I don't think so. I just think it's a name they picked for whatever reason. If there was a time there was an opportunity to go and watch a Formula 1 race, it would be this year. I mean, 2 weekends now they will be in Austria, and they will have 2 weekends later on Silverstone. Usually when these races happens, it's my kids' weeks. So for real, most of, I think 10 of the 15, 16 races happens on the weekends where I have my kids, even though I only have my kids every second week. And for once there was actually an opportunity for me to go watch it live, because it's in Europe when I don't have my kids, and I can't do it because they don't allow any audiences whatsoever. Kids are a pain in the butt, Liam. No, dude, you don't have kids, do you? You'll understand when you get them. They are, and one day you will. You can't live without them. You can't live with them either, but you definitely can't live without them. Let's see, I think we're gonna take this exit here. Yeah. So you are a kid, okay? I'm sorry to hear you hate all other kids. I did try to make my kids watch Formula 1. They both hate it. For a very short period there, my oldest one, when she was like 7 or 8, she watched it together with me. Just because she wanted to be nice to her father. She don't anymore. My youngest one, who is now almost 10, is more open about how much she hates Formula 1. I'm sorry to hear that, Liam. Well, if it's any comfort, you're always gonna have us. Let's see, what's the progress here? Good progress, actually. Not bad. I might... It feels like we are moving as if this was 1:19 scale, even though the clocks are working like 1:1 scale. So we could be at Polaris very, very soon. Huck, have a great evening. Enjoy it, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Karelia, this is why I'll never marry you. How can you say that about Formula 1? You owe me a pie, by the way. Hashtag never forget. I'm glad to hear you're joking, Liam. You're a fan of Formula 1 since 2019, Ace Driver? Does that mean you're 1 year old? Football isn't interesting, Perry. There's something wrong with you, Perry. You like football, you like trains. So many wrongs. Yeah, that was also in Russia, Karelia. There's never been anything good happening between you and me in Russia. That's just how it is. Oh God, you like Pepsi too. Well, it's true that Perry likes ETS2, but he do prefer Truck Simulator. You better be sorry, Ace Driver. But I'm gonna forgive you. Olaf, you know what? If there's ever a place I'd love to go and watch Formula 1, even though I'm not a Verstappen fan, it is in Holland. So be very careful what you say now. Next. Oh, hang on. Let's see how this works. No traffic there, no traffic there. Uh-oh, that sign is... It made it! Close enough. Hi Russell! How are you doing? Wow, respect Cliff. Your first Formula 1 race was on Goodwood in 1962. I salute you, sir. That's badass. So it's the Netherlands, not Holland. My bad. Hi Plotala, welcome. No, Pepsi Max is not accepted. I think I hope they're gonna ban it completely here in the EU. It's a draw to get a ticket for the race. Olaf, wow. I'm gonna go with Yule Must, Thanos. Just drink water like I do. And make sure you use one of these. They are waterproof, except for the top. They're available in my store. There is a link to the store in the video description. And there's a pinned comment as well in the chats. Actually, the pinned comment in the chat is this shirt that I'm wearing here. Or, well, not exactly the same one. You don't want that. But a similar one. We are carrying chicken, Plotala, to Finland. Believe it or not, there's only 16 tons of chicken here, so there's a lot of available space in these trailers. Oh, Liam, that makes... Oh, you know what? I grew up with Lillehammer's julebrus. Actually, I prefer the Arendal julebrus when I was a kid. And my parents' juleöl. The price for the entire weekend, 300 euros, maybe. Let's see how this goes. 380. But I mean, that's for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I'm gonna say Sunday is gonna cost you 200. Saturday is gonna cost you another 100, and Friday is gonna cost you 80, probably. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. Should be fine, but you never know. Oh, that kind of worked. Well, not entirely, but close enough. Well, that's too bad. No, I didn't go to Lillehammer Olympics. I lived in Sweden back then, and I had to work, so I didn't watch it, unfortunately. Even though I had friends actually who lived there, I was probably chasing girls here in Stockholm in '92. I had other interests than the Olympics. Turkholma, Stockholm. Turkholma. There we are. Wow, that's very kind of you, AI traffic. Thank you so much for... Wait. Thank you. Oh, let's see. There it is. There's no way I'm gonna be able to park this thing there. I mean, there's not enough space. Whoa. For my truck in here with all these trailers. So I'm gonna say that I'm in a hurry. I can't make it. I was busy chasing girls away. There we go. 89 kilometers, and yes, that did take almost 2 hours to complete. And it's only 8 o'clock. No, my R is a Norwegian 1 diem. I'm one of the, what is it? 5% of the Norwegian population who has that R. Anyway, it's only 8 o'clock. Shall we do another one? You want to do another one? We could do one more, if you like. Like something really heavy. Maybe, you know what? Let's change the time and see if we can find something really heavy. How much money I made? I don't know. I have 18 million euros. I don't really care how much money I make on these. Let's change the time to... time to 08, and let's see what we have now. Okay, we're gonna be late, that's for sure. These are very, very short as well. Let's try again. Still very short. And that's only 34 tons. Logging them? No, I'm not logging anything. How about now? Lahti. Why too Lahti? That's way too short. But I'm kind of interested anyway because it's 44 tons, which makes the total around 100 tons or so, including the trailers. So let's do that. That's why I'm using a no damage mod. Let's see, where should we... Can we start over there? Will that work? Maybe. Let's see if this works. It doesn't. We hit something. Okay. How about there then? That seemed to work. Drive on the water. That's no sport. We've already done that. We did that with the jet engine. Let's see now. How far is it? Just a kilometer. Jesus truck. That's funny. Well, I'm not afraid of using the grass. It's much better to have your truck drive over it than to smoke it, I think. Why does the GPS look like that? Are we going in the wrong direction? We are. Was it seriously? Was it actually Polaris lines we were gonna pick up the cargo? No, cargo markets. Let's see. It was. God, you know, sometimes I just hate myself, of course. Okay, going back to Polaris. I think that's gonna work. This shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. Maybe a little bit of a problem. Ah, well, it worked. So I guess we're gonna have the same problem again when we pick up the cargo. There's simply not enough space, enough room for us at Polaris. You just wait there, buddy. Thank you. There we go. Cargo. Give me 44 tons to Lahti. Yeah, and I'm not gonna try to park it. And the Jesus trailers still work. So let's set it down over here. Like that. There we go. Let's go to Lahti. There's more AI cars than viewers here. There we go. Why would 6 trailers on 8 ATS? I've done 8 trailers on ATS. Thing is that on Euro Truck Simulator we have these HCT trailers which are pretty long, and I haven't found a trailer mod that roadtrain trailer mod that uses the equivalent long trailers on ATS, just as shorter ones, which means that even though I've used an Octo trailer mod on ATS, it still feels like the roadtrain was shorter. You stop there, stop. It feels like it was shorter, so it's more of a challenge, I think, to do it on ETS2 than it is on ATS. This one, there's a link to it in the video description, and the other one, the 8 trailers mod, I can't remember the name of it, but you find it on Steam. So just search for road train in the Steam workshop, and you're probably gonna find several. I guess you just have to try them out. I'm not really sure if any of them work on 138, and I haven't tested any on 137 either. I think it was back on 135 or 136 I did it on ATS the last time. There's probably going to be some kind of a problem with adding 10 or 20 trailers. I think that's why no one has done it yet. I'm guessing that if it was possible to actually add 10 trailers, someone would have created a mod for it. The 6 trailer mod works on 138. Marian, I guess that's the one that I'm using here now. I'm not surprised if it works. It's a really old mod, this one. Yeah, you better use a no damage mod together with this, because otherwise you probably won't make it anywhere. Okay, so it's not this one. There's another one then. Okay, fine. Ben Afhandi has one. I think for ATS. It's a log trailer mod that adds, is it 6 or is it possibly even 8 trailers, but they are shorter trailers. There is a Scania T mod, NGS Thanos, if that's what you're asking. Is it any good? I really don't know. I've always used JRL's trucks or T trucks. There is also a paid one, I think. Haven't used that one either. Let's see how this works. Good. So far, at least. Oh, I love road trains. Jesus. Yeah, we're good. RJL, yes, what did I say? JRL? My apologies. If you need a 10x4 chassis, Marian, JRL, RJL, Jesus, has one. But that is, of course, for the old version of the Scania, not for the next generation. I think that I'm able to keep it together for a couple of hours, and then the last hour of my streams always end up with me being just, yeah. Anyway. this do feel heavier than the last one. The additional 30 tons makes a difference. I am flooring it, but it's way more difficult to get up to speed this time. The Scania Thanos, I think there's at least two, and one of them is paid. What I'm missing most, Liam, from when I lived in Norway? Absolutely nothing. I grew up in a very, very small community. From the age of 0 to 6, we lived outside of Kristiansand. There was like our house and 4 or 5 other houses. That's it. And then we moved to a community outside of Oslo called Skiptvet, or Skjetve, as we said. Population 3,000. And then we moved to Arendal, or actually a small community outside of Arendal called Eidehavn, with some maybe 1,000, population of 1,000. Moving to Stockholm and 1 million citizens plus. Great. I don't miss brown cheese. I never liked it. I never ate it. Fact is, I hated it. It was kind of a shitwell, Karelian. I didn't really appreciate these small communities with narrow-sighted people. Uh-oh. I hope we're gonna make this. Come on. There we go. I don't like mackerel tomat either. Sørlandschips, maybe. Kumpe. Now, it's been so many years since I moved, so I can't even remember what all of these things tasted like. Møggrøt. You're not from Norway by chance, are you, Liam? There is one thing I miss from growing up in Norway, and that is, I'm not gonna stop, dude. You're just gonna have to wait there. Thank you. No, just get out of my way. Thank you. There's one thing I miss. I'm going back every year. My family lives there. My parents, my sister, my cousins, everyone. I was the only one who moved. But the only thing I do miss about Norway, that is going fishing. When I grew up, I had my own boat. My brother had his own boat. My parents has their own boat. I grew up by the sea. And that is something that I'm missing from time to time. Having my own boat, going out on the ocean and fishing. I miss fishing. But that is probably also the only thing that I'm actually missing. And the result of it, being able to fish and then eat that fish, because it was... hang on, I can't talk and haul at the same time. I think I'm stuck. Bloody hell, I should have kept my mouth shut. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Anyway, making a campfire and eating the catch, that is also something I miss. Eating really fresh fish, that's not something I've done since I moved. Are you kidding me, Karelian? The creeper crawler gear is absolutely amazing, which is why I think I will be able to haul the 400-ton trailer on ATS with this thing without any problems whatsoever. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do without any modifications to the truck. The truck do not need more power. Actually, there is two versions of the MP10. I'm using the 600 horsepower version. There is another, I think there's a 675 horsepower version as well. And I'm 100% sure that Karelian will correct me if I'm wrong. 680, thank you. So there's a 680 version as well. I don't even need it. I haven't even tried it. And I'm pretty sure I won't even need a 680 for the 400-ton trailer. I'm not really sure why you would need the 680 horsepower version. 780 with Ducky. Louis Hood, thank you very much and welcome. Really appreciate that. Take a look at today's trailer. It's the long version of the HCT. What is going on here? You stupid. Why did he stop there? Oh! Oh! Oops. I wonder. Oh well. Oh, Stefan, thank you very much for being here, buddy. going around the corner, we've done quite a few corners, Lewis. It's a lot easier than you would think, actually. Not to say that all corners are easy, but it's not as hard as it looks. This was 44 tons, making the total weight at around 110 tons, including the truck. I can certainly feel it. Yeah, let's just forget that bend. It's if I hadn't talked that much, I would probably have made it. So I'm glad the bend is over. Oh, here's another one. I'm gonna shut up and concentrate now. See if I can make it this time. But it do look tight. Hang on, did I? Ah! Okay. Maybe I should have gone for the 5-trailer version instead. Fred, the Scania Museum was closed, and it's still closed due to COVID-19. No, we didn't make it to the museum. Unfortunately. I don't know when they will reopen. They can't even tell themselves when they... I mean, the information on the webpage is they are closed until further notice. So I guess that if my kids knew that we were going there, they would probably have been quite upset. I can't really see any of them wanting to be there, but so they would probably be quite happy that it's closed. But I was sitting here every single day during my vacation just to make sure that they hadn't reopened, and unfortunately they didn't. There might be changes to that on the 15th of July, so they might be open again in a few weeks, but to be honest, I doubt it. Yeah, I don't think it was much of a scrape, really. I mean, we barely touched the barrier. That turn could be interesting. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more space. Not that I know of, Thanos. I don't think there's a way of knowing that, unfortunately. But I'm gonna say you haven't watched enough. You have tried this mod and it doesn't work? I'm pretty sure it works. Uh-oh, trailer is gonna knock it almost over and entirely over. Or not. It's still standing. Uh-oh. Oh, this is not gonna work. Oh, this is not gonna work. This is definitely not gonna work. Oh, there we go. Ah. And this was going so well. There we go. It's the F-mod's fault, of course. Okay, let's try again over here. I'm just gonna use the entire row this time. You just wait there. Hang on. Thank you. Thank you. AI is behaving today. But it's still not gonna be enough. It's still not gonna be enough. Let's see. Too much traffic here. Uh-oh. Oh, welcome to the shitty stream. Oh, come on. Hang in there, we're gonna make it. We are going to make it. I'm not gonna give up on this. We are going to make it. Come on! Yes, yes. That's another trailer and the last one. Come on. Come on, come on. Yes, 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 yes. Almost there. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Yes. Perfect. Well, it's the last haul, so I guess it's fine. It's what happens when we do the last, just one more haul. Gaurav, thank you very much. Oh, that's right. Let's see if we can make this without taking out all the other cars in traffic. There we go. Ah, the 3x7 chassis, that's right. This is true. There used to be, back in the 50s, a 1x2 chassis. So just one wheel in the front of the truck. Yes, the truck. Can't remember the name of the company who made it. For the record, my definition of perfect is not the same for my hauls as it is for the map combos. Just want to be clear on that. There's a difference. And there we go. Yes, one steering wheel and a powered axle at the back. And, well, actually, no, it's not going to work. But it's going to be close. I just wish this place was a little bit larger. Unfortunately, there's a fence. So I guess I can't go through the fence. No, I can't. So there we have it. That's it. Wow. You see that? The wheels are spinning. Nice. Huh. Okay. That's it for today. We are done, people. Well, that was fun. I want to do more road trains. I'm not really sure what we're going to haul tomorrow, but I do know that we're going to do it on Great America. Because I don't think I've ever done a stream or even a video on Great America, and it's about time we do that. So tomorrow we're going to discover Great America and have fun on that map. Not really sure what we're going to haul. I do have an idea on what truck we're going to use. I can't get enough of the Mack Anthem. That's just how it is. I need a bigger engine than Liam. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up if you haven't already done so, and subscribe, goddammit. And buy yourself one of these. They're waterproof. Till next time, till tomorrow, hopefully only. Take good care of yourself. Thank you for being here. Bye bye, everyone.